Good evening and welcome to our next episode of Cooking with Michael.
And Candace.
And Candace. We are back. And after last week's, I don't even know if we could top last week, so forget it. Good night, everyone. No, just kidding. Thank you all who watched. Oh, it was huge turnout.
We got a lot more views than usual.
It was our biggest one. Biggest one ever. Tonight we're going to have another great recipe for you. Quick and easy, sorta, and we'll explain that in a second. But before we get to that, I'm drinking light beer, diet beer, because I'm on that diet, But where did I get it? Where would I have gotten this beer?
Andrew's at Chapel Beer and Wine in the Fox Chapel Shopping Center in Germantown, Maryland.
So if you're in the Germantown, Maryland area and you're looking for the absolute best selection, the absolute best prices, stop in at Fox Chapel, go to Chapel Beer and Wine, see Andrew, tell him Mr. Mike
or Candace
sent you. He'll take great care of you.
And he carries wine, beer, and hard seltzer.
Yep, so it's a great place. Check them out. And as always, thanks, Andrew, for being with us all along. So tonight, we're going to make ceviche, a fun recipe, something we like to do. The reason why we say it's a quick one, that the prep time is kind of quick.
But the prep time is really quick.
The cooking time is what, and I'm going to use my air quotes, ready? Cooking time is not what the quickest part. So you really want to make this recipe either early in the day or maybe the day
night before is good too.
So we'll get to that in just a second. But real simple to make. It's basically a seafood mix. So I got some raw shrimp in there. I got some octopus and some squid. I've got some scallops. You can use halibut. You can use cod, whitefish, sliced up. Oh, sorry.
Tall people.
We almost killed Candace. You can use fish pieces, whatever kind of seafood you like.
As long as it is a white, dense fish.
Thank you for clarifying.
Like halibut is really good.
We got cod. We're going to use freshly squeezed lime juice, freshly squeezed lemon juice, tomatoes, cucumbers, cilantro, jalapeño peppers on a stick. Well, without the stick.
Without the stick.
And chopped up white onion. It's a tablespoon of olive oil. Pepper to taste is about a tablespoon of kosher salt. Okay? And we're going to mix it all together. Real simple, real easy.
Now, the lime and lemon juice is where we get to the cooking time. The acid in the lime and lemon juice will slowly cook the fish.
Correct.
You're not going to put it into a pan or oven or anything like that. We're going to let the acid and the juice do it for us.
Yeah, this was very hard for me to do in the beginning when the first time I did this because I kept thinking to myself, we're going to die.
Yeah, he actually asked me, do we have the local hospital on speed dial?
Yes, I did. But then she reminded me it's across the street.
And I'm like, with you? It's within crawling distance.
That's true. And if I drink enough diet beer, it might be in crawling distance. So anyway. First thing we're going to do is we're going to pour in our lime and lemon juice. And we want to pour it in the bowl first. And the reason for that
is because we want to make sure that we have enough juice to cover our fish. Because, some limes are even less juicy than other limes. So you don't always get the same amount of lime juice out of a set amount of limes.
Yeah. You want to make sure it's covered.
Yeah, it has to be covered because if the juice is not in contact with the meat, the acid is not going to cook that part.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to reach in, grab a handful of the seafood, put it in there until it's we put enough in there that it's covered, but not too much. See what it looks like? See, it's actually covered up. It is floating, which is fine.
And if after you've put in all of your other ingredients, you feel like, okay, there's still room to have all of the meat submerged, fine. You can add a little bit more after that.
That's correct. So put the tomatoes in there, put the cucumbers, fresh cilantro, jalapeño pepper on a stick.
And if you are afraid of the heat, you can just take the seeds out when you're cutting it. And if you want something hotter, you can add another hotter pepper in addition to the jalapeno or just sub it out.
Habanero, Robert. You're going to take about a tablespoon of oil. Olive oil. You want extra virgin, so you want an ugly olive oil. Okay.
Or an olive with exceedingly high standards.
Tablespoon of kosher salt. And it's going to give it a nice little flavor too. And we're going to salt. We're not going to salt. We're going to pepper it.
How many of those diet beers have you had?
Apparently more than I thought. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to put some pepper on it. And then we're going to mix it all together. You want to make sure that the juice covers all the seafood. And I think we have just the perfect amount of seafood in here, to be honest with you.
And the perfect amount of juice.
Perfect amount of juice. I think everything worked out just fine there.
And of course, when you serve it, you're going to use a large slotted spoon and strain most of the juice off of it.
Now what we're going to do, my favorite part of the whole episode, I'm going to get single-use plastic wrap.
Because I threw out our wax wraps because I hated them so much. So now he's back on the plastic.
I hid this from her so she wouldn't see it before when we were setting it up. We're basically going to cover it up.
I'm dying a little inside.
She is. I can actually hear her dying. And I just thought it was the old age.
Help me, I'm dying.
That happened, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the fridge. We're going to let it sit for an hour. After an hour, we're going to look at it. See if the scallops and if the shrimp are opaque. If they are, it's good to go. If it takes longer, it takes longer. Again, if you want it to take longer because you aren't having dinner for 4 hours or 5 hours the next day, that's fine. I wouldn't let it go longer than overnight for a day because after that it just
doesn't taste as good.
Right. So we're going to put this in and then we'll check back in an hour, and if it's good to eat, we're going to go ahead and chow. If it's not, then we're going to let it sit. But we'll be back when it's done. So you can also use this time to make your dinner too. So while this is chilling in the fridge, so we'll be back when this is done. We'll see you back in just a second. And we're back. It's been an hour. Pulled it out of the fridge. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not quite ready yet.
Yeah.
Some of it is.
Some of the shrimp, they're still a little grayish.
Yeah. So.
By the vein.
Not ready yet. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in. We're just gonna go ahead and do it overnight because it's late.
And we're tired.
And we're tired. So tomorrow, in your world, just a couple seconds, but tomorrow we'll take it out of the fridge again and we'll taste it, show you what it looks like, all nice and done. And we're back. So it's been, well, a little more than a couple hours, but it's been overnight, and it is,
it's fully cooked.
It's fully cooked. It does take about 3 hours. You just gotta keep an eye on it. But I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Take a look at that. It's all basically cooked up in there without ever using heat, which is really, really weird to me.
He never took chemistry in school.
Not at all. Basically, you're gonna scoop it out into a dish.
Make sure you use a slotted spoon to scoop it out.
All right, so give it a shot.
All right.
Stuff is so good.
Mm-hmm. I got a nice, dense, chewy piece of octopus.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Real quick. Not so much. The prep time is pretty quick. About 5 minutes or so for prep time. It's really the cooking time that takes anywhere from an hour to 3 hours to 4 hours.
3. You make it, you set it, you forget it, you do other things.
Right. And it turns out fantastic. So great, and it's something that your loved one, significant other, spouse, date night will certainly look at you and think that you ordered it from a restaurant, that you didn't make this yourself, and it really is a great way to start a conversation. So try it. Tell us what you think. And of course, thank you all for watching. And if you haven't yet, please click on that little subscribe button down below underneath the video. Please like the video also. Share with all of your friends, your family, friends, family, coworkers. Share with
people you hate.
People you hate. Anyway, it's a great dish. Try it, love it, and of course, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoy it, and again, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you next Saturday, every Saturday, 8 p.m. on Cooking with Michael.
And
Candace. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Freshly squeamed
Freshly squeamed?
Try this again. Apparently squeamed is a word.